Welcome back to Big Bris TV. On this episode, I'm going to attempt to add reverse to my FMS Ranger 1220mm V2. Why do I need reverse on a prop plane, you ask?
Wait a minute. You have to rethink. How are you going to get it back?
Come on.
How are you going to get it back?
So let's see. Oh man, I forgot. It doesn't have reverse. It doesn't turn like... Yeah, so I picked up this Skywalker 40A 4S V2 ESC. So let's get this thing open and see what we could do. Looks like I'm gonna have to do some soldering. Alright, so there we have it. We have our leads and we have our reverse cable right here. Okay, so to get to the ESC, we first have to remove this front section. And to get to that, we gotta remove the spinner and the prop. Then, I'm just gonna go ahead and remove the battery. The batteries. Remember I put these AA batteries in there for extra weight in the nose so that it can CG properly. Alright. And now there are two Phillips head screws here and here that need to be removed. And once you get those two screws removed, the front should just come away like this. Mine has some sticky tape here that was keeping it on. I just got up under there with a butter knife and kind of gently pried it out. But there's your nose section. And here you can see your outrunner motor. And then the ESC is tucked right under here. That's your 20 amp Predator ESC. Stock, right? And then you follow the lead unplug it. Should be labeled throttle or throw. And then you can pull out the ESC and unplug it. There you have one ESC out. Now here's the ESC we're going to be replacing it with. The Skywalker 40 amp V2. Slightly larger than the Predator 20 amp ESC. Skywalker has two capacitors, the Predator has one. The wire gauge is the same. And the leads are just about the same length. These are not labeled A, B, or C. We're going to separate this reverse cable, right? I'm going to plug in the throttle. Okay, it's plugged in. I'm going to plug in the reverse into channel 6. Now, we're going to temporarily give this some power. So, I don't suggest that you do this at home, but first we're going to power on our radio. Negative. Positive. Okay. So let's see if we got rotation. We need to calibrate the ESC. So for that, I'm going to consult the instructions and I'll be right back. So according to this programming, it seems like the brake type, which is what they're talking about, the reverse, is disabled by factory. So I'm going to have to use my programmer card. 1 is disabled. Okay, so let's just try the first reverse. Okay, so I finally got the reverse figured out. It was just something as simple as just adding a little piece of tape. It was reversing and I couldn't tell. I was trying to look at the writing on the motor here as this spins, and I couldn't tell which direction it was going. Okay, so here's throttle. So obviously we're going clockwise. It's hitting the top of my nail. And then if I hit the switch for reverse, it'll stop. And now it's hitting the bottom of my finger. So it's actually going the opposite direction. Hit the switch. So if I want to go reverse now, I can actually give it power and go quicker in reverse. And that's normal throttle. So we did it, Brooklyn. All right, so let's get this sorted up, get everything buttoned up, and take it out for a test run. It looks weird, right? Oh. Whipping donuts on the plane. All right, we're good. Throttle cut. Don't let that sun fool you. It's freezing and very windy out there, so I won't be able to fly this today. So look out for an upcoming video when I take it out and test it with the floats and test out that reverse. Now, some may be asking, what if we don't have a fancy 10-channel transmitter like you used with all those switches? Well, if you got the ready-to-fly version of the FMS Ranger 1220 V2, even if you got the first version, you can use the transmitter that comes with it. This is a 6-channel radio. As you know, you have your normal 4 channels that go into the reflex module, and this channel 5 is for the 3 different modes for the reflex. But then the other switch you can program as long as you have a 6-channel or better receiver, this switch for your reverse. Hey, this is Big Bris. If you found this helpful or you like this video, hit it with the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, still hit it with the thumbs up and subscribe. I do things like this all the time on my channel. Like I said, stay tuned for another video when I take this thing out for a maiden with the floats. Try to employ the reverse. And I just found that I have a brand new in the package front landing gear for this bird. Even though this one still has the old one and all the battle scars, I plan on taking her up also. Everybody stay well, and I'll catch you on the next one.